Welcome back. We are going to read The Great Gracey Chase, Stop That Dog. It's by Cynthia Rylant, who's written like 1,000 children's books. Maybe it's not that many, but it's a lot of these children's books. And Mark Teague. And Cynthia Rylant does not draw her pictures, she just writes a lot of books. So a lot of her books have different illustrators, and so it's even harder to keep track of how many there are. But this is one of my favorite books about a dog chase. Once there was a little round dog named Gracey Rose. She was a very good dog. She helped the bigger dog watch the house. She kept the kitty company. She even sang to the fish when it was lonely. You see, Gracey loved a quiet house. She loved the kitty sleeping on the windowsill, the big dog sleeping on the couch, the quiet fish going ploop ploop. For Gracey, a quiet home was the best home. Gracey Rose was good every single day of her life, except for one, the day the painters came. Gracey did not like painters, but she did not know this until the day they came to her house. So when they arrived one day to paint Gracey's kitchen, she did not like it. Here they came in a big, noisy truck. There they were at the door with their clangy ladders and their big person voices. There they were, dragging chairs across Gracey's quiet kitchen floor. Gracey Rose watched them with her ears straight up in the air, and she was not happy. She barked and barked and told them to go outside. Do you know what? Gracey was put outside. And she did not like it one bit. So Gracey, that silly little dog who loved a quiet house, decided to do something naughty. Gracey decided to take a walk all by herself. Someone had left the gate open, probably a busy painter. Gracey was supposed to be a good dog and never go through that gate by herself, but she did. And when she was halfway down the street, she heard someone say loudly, "Where's Gracey?" And that began the Great Gracey Chase. Because when the people in the house came outside to find her, and the painters came outside, and the neighbors came outside, and the garbage man stepped out of his truck, and the paper boy stopped his bike, and the delivery woman pulled over, and everyone said, "There's Gracey," Gracey started to run. Gracey did not know why she was running, except that suddenly everyone in the world was trying to catch her, and she did not want to be caught. So Gracey ran down the street, and everybody else ran down the street too. Gracey ran up the hill, and everybody else ran up the hill. And Gracey ran across the schoolyard, and everybody else ran across the schoolyard. Gracey ran through the water fountain, and everybody else ran through the water fountain. Well, except for the cat, who did not like water fountains. The chase got bigger. "Stop that dog," everybody cried, which only made Gracey run faster. And soon the whole town was watching or running in the Great Gracey Chase. Poor little Gracey. She did not like this walk all by herself. It was too quick and too noisy, and all she wanted was to be beside her fish again. But she couldn't stop running now. Everyone wanted to catch her. So she ran and ran and ran until pretty soon the painters had to stop because they couldn't catch their breath, and the delivery woman had to stop because her feet hurt, and the paper boy had to stop because his bike broke, and someone else had to stop because she tripped and fell, and one by one, all the people had to stop because they could not keep up with Gracey. And then suddenly Gracey realized how quiet everything was again. She looked behind her and the whole world was quiet. People were resting. How nice, Gracey thought. So that silly little dog turned around and walked back home, all by herself. The painters did not return to Gracey's house that day. They had to go take naps. And once again, Gracey had a quiet home. She was happy. That silly little dog. The end. All right, we have one more in today's marathon, and it is about sucking your thumb.